Literalmente llevo semanas mirando a MrBeast para meterme en su mente, entender cómo piensa, cómo siente, cómo se motiva para tener videos de millones de visitas. Y no hablo de 1 o 2 millones, sino que hablo de 50 millones de visitas. Hay 3 cosas que descubrí en este viaje que me cambiaron la vida. Y como estas cosas me volaron la cabeza, te las quiero compartir para que a vos también te vuele la cabeza. Así que agárrate, Mabel, prepárate para este viaje que se te viene. Me llevó 5 años conseguir 40.000 suscriptores en este canal, pero si quiero llegar a los 100.000 en unos meses, necesito cambiar de estrategia, así que necesito aprender del mejor. Jimmy, sí, así se llama MrBeast, comenzó en YouTube a sus 11 años, pero no fue hasta 2018 que comenzó a traer ideas cada vez más virales. Y justamente eso es lo que necesito. Necesito ver las cosas como las ve él, necesito respirar y soñar en grande como lo hace él. Comencé mirando sus videos para entender por qué son tan vistos, pero me di cuenta que el oro real estaba dentro de su mente. Comencé a mirar las entrevistas y me di cuenta que ahí está la verdadera mina de oro.
Clickbait, 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 clickbait.
La primera gran epifanía que tuve es que hacer clickbait no es malo, es algo bueno. Lo más importante es que las personas disfruten de tus videos. Miremos este ejemplo real. Este es el canal de mi amigo el economista youtuber. En muchos videos se habla de que el fin se acerca, que el colapso del todo, que la crisis va a explotar, etcétera, etcétera, etcétera. A simple vista, los títulos que trabajamos pueden parecer ultra clickbait, pero por dentro los videos son una delicia. Son mini documentales con análisis económicos, geopolíticos, etc. Pero explicados de una manera muy fácil y muy sencilla. Cualquiera lo puede entender. Las personas que llegan entienden la onda y se quedan. Y no solo eso, sino que se miran un video tras otro.
Clickbait's relative. If someone enjoyed your previous video, that also determines your CTR on your next video. Because if they had a good experience, then they'll click on the next one. If they had a bad experience, doesn't matter how good your clickbait is, they're not going to watch the next one. So what's the retention like on these videos?
This is called a retention graph. The whole time while we were there, Jimmy was giving us advice on how to get our videos to 70% retention.
70%, that's what you need. If it's below that, figure out how to get higher.
So that means 70% of the people who clicked on the video are still watching at the end of the video.
Your title and thumbnail set expectations, and at the very beginning of the video, to minimize drop-off, you want to assure them that those expectations are being met. If you click on a video where, you know, Tether is a scam, and then at the very beginning he starts talking about literally anything else, then you are like, oh, this is bullshit. This isn't what I clicked on. But if at the very start of the video you go, Tether is a scam, and I'm gonna teach you why, you match the expectations. So at the very beginning, match the expectations, and then you wanna exceed them. So you wanna assure people that what they clicked on is what they're getting, and then blow their mind and be like, but you're also getting even more. The thing people undervalue the most is literally the first 10 seconds of the video. Like, yeah. I think I can quote it. I tied up an FBI agent, and I have $100,000 in this bag. Here's a knife. Good luck, and I just run away. Yeah. Like, it gives you everything you need, no wasted words, short, concise, and then tension. So typically, if you're doing a longer video, you should introduce like a side story, and like you should have some plan halfway through, like to re-engage them so they don't just get bored.
That snowballs, and because once you build that trust, they get to a point where it doesn't matter what you upload. They just know it's high effort, and they just know it's great. And they're just conditioned just to watch because you have a good track record.
Después de todo esto, perdí el miedo al clickbait, pero ahora me surgen 2 preguntas. ¿Existe realmente una diferencia entre un video de 1000 visitas y uno de 1.000.000? ¿Cuál es la diferencia entre un video de 1.000.000 a uno de 50 millones? ¿Cuál es la diferencia? Vale, acabo de descubrir que en el título de miniatura no sirve ser tibios. Lo que más genera interés en las personas es tener una propuesta fuerte, una propuesta que sea directa, generar o despertar una emoción, un sentimiento en las personas que lo ve o lo lee. Creo que finalmente me estoy acercando a las verdaderas claves.
How does the equation change from like, I want to get a cute little, I know for you it's like, that's 5 million views. How do you go from that to like, I want to get a 50 million view video? What is the difference in the way you think about those two things?
You need something original. Like what you're saying is like, I like bananas. And what you need is, bananas are the best goddamn food on the planet. Like, that's the type of opinion you need. You need something that makes people go, what the fuck? You know, and like click, you know what I mean?
Todo el tiempo veo que las personas ponen títulos y miniaturas misteriosas pensando que son interesantes, pero lo que aprendí de Señor Bestia es que esto suele generar el efecto contrario.
The thumbnail is just your face with your hand. I don't really know what you're going for, so just out the bat from the clickbait, as a viewer, I'm not really enticed. I'm more confused, which is something a lot of people mistake. Like, confusion doesn't make people want to click sometimes. Like, people...
See, that's always, I always thought that was my claim to fame, but now I think I need to rethink my entire life.
I've heard so many people say that. It's like, so they'll purposely like make a title like a little vague or confusing, and the like thinking like, oh, the viewer's gonna click to want clarification, but more often than not, they just, the video below it is just an accurate, not confusing, good video, and they just fucking click that one. You know what I mean?
It needs to be extreme. It needs to like how to go viral. That's not going to cause someone to go, damn, if I don't click that, I'm not going to be able to sleep at night.
I say this analogy a lot, but since we're on the topic, I think for most smaller channels, like if they're pulling 1,000 views a video and they upload a video every day for 100 days, they'll pull 100,000 views. I would recommend you just think of a really good idea, one that people genuinely want to watch, put a lot of fucking time into the video, and you can pull 100,000 views in a week. Most people that I talk to, because I like to counsel small channels sometimes, just get in the motions of just whatever, you know, and it's just like, if you just took a step back, like, I haven't even uploaded in the last week. I don't care, you know, it's not like it's that big of a deal. And you just make a kick-ass video, like you could like pull exponentially so many more views, you know, with so much less effort, you know what I mean?
What do you think gets us to 1 million subscribers?
Well, subscribers is an arbitrary number.
Okay, so
that doesn't matter.
million views a video.
No, you should ask me what helps us make the best videos possible. That's the only question you should ask me. Subscribers don't matter. Views don't matter. I mean, they do, but all that comes. Everything you want as a creator comes from making the best videos possible and thumbnails. But it's easier to, you know, make thumbnails. The video part's the hard part, and that's the thing that you're known for. No one's known for the biggest YouTuber in the world because they have the best thumbnails. It's also because they have great, phenomenal content. You know what I mean? Like that's the hard part that very few people do well.
The way I like to look at it, like if someone does put a lot of time into a video and a lot of money and all this stuff, like of course it's going to get more views than if someone just like does a Q&A on their couch. So like, like when people say like, well, why are long form videos that are, you know, really high production all of a sudden doing well now? It's because like it's more interesting. If other people are spending 1 hour thinking of video ideas, 5 hours filming, I want to spend 10 hours thinking of ideas and days filming.
If you have 100 subscribers, you have 5 subscribers. If you upload a good enough video, it will get views. Majority of the time, you're just not making a good enough video if it's not getting views. You can get 1 million views on a video even if you have 100 subscribers, if the video is good enough. You can. Promise. I've seen it happen a bunch.
Súper intenso, pero todavía falta, así que quédate y suscríbete. Lo que más me llamó la atención de este viaje es que Jimmy hace mucho hincapié en que varias cabezas piensan mejor que una. Esto realmente me voló la cabeza porque yo ya lo venía haciendo, pero él lo lleva a otro nivel. MrBeast se reúne con un equipo de personas a conversar sobre las ideas y a qué se verá dentro del video. Necesita confiar en personas que puedan estar a la altura y ayudarlo a crecer su imperio.
Somehow found these other like 4 lunatics. We were all super small YouTubers, and we basically talked every day for 1,000 days in a row and did nothing but just like hyper study like what makes a good video, what makes a good thumbnail, what's good pacing, like how to go viral. And we would just call it like daily masterminds. We would just get on Skype every morning, and like some days like I'd get on Skype at 7 a.m. and I'd be in the call until like 10 p.m. and then I'd go to bed, I'd wake up and I'd do it again. And you know, we'd do things like just take 1,000 thumbnails and see if like there's a correlation to the brightness of the thumbnail to how many views it got, or like, you know, like videos that get over 10 million views is like how often do they cut the camera angles, or like things like that. That's where most of my knowledge came from, is I just surround myself with these lunatics, and just every day, like we didn't do anything. We had no life. I see this all the time. Like a guy with 1 million subscribers will learn something new and they'll be like, oh, I don't want to teach my friends. Like they'll compete with me. It's like, you dumbass motherfucker. You pulled less views in the last 3 years than like I know people have on a single video. Like you teaching him isn't gonna do anything. They're so like caught up in like not sharing things and being secretive.
The remedy for this is they need better friends. 100%. No offense to people that are their friends. I know that they like you, but the fact that no one's like calling you up after you uploading that and just roasting the hell out of it and going like, dude, this isn't the best you could do. Like, and it's not a knock on you guys. It's actually them like someone should say like, hey, you guys are too smart for this. Like you're better than this. You can make a video better than this, which is what you should do.
You mess up, you learn from your mistake. You mess up, you learn from your mistake. You in 2 years, you know, might have learned from 20 mistakes. Or if you have like 4 other people who are also messing up, and when they learn from their mistake, they teach you what they learn. Stuff like that. Hypothetically, you 2 years down the road have learned like 5 times more of the amount of stuff. Imagine a world where you have like 3 friends, and like when friend number 1 learns something, he teaches the other 2, and friend number 3 fucks up on a video and he teaches you guys, and you're all coming up together. Whereas if you're separate, you have to fuck up every single time. You know, so like if you each make 100 fuck ups, you could be like 300 fuck ups deep and learning. But if you're separate, you're only 100 deep.
When you open the door to me for like hey, let's just like bounce things off, I definitely like took advantage of that, which I want. Like I don't
Rule
ask
number
for
1
help.
is you got to give more, or give at least what you take. And if you do that, people will always teach you stuff.
Say that one more time.
You got to give at least what you take from someone. Which, in the YouTube space, is pretty easy for me because I can just teach people anything, and then I just hope to learn one thing from them.
So are you're just constantly asking questions, or
all the time? That's the
Really?
only way you can ever stay on top, is if you're constantly learning. If you're always learning, reinvesting every dollar and basically working 10, 12 hours a day, like, I just don't see a world where someone can compete with you.
Fue ahí cuando tuve la revelación máxima de las revelaciones. Si realmente quiero llegar a los 100.000 y luego llegar al 1.000.000 de suscriptores, tengo que dejar de hacer los videos comunes que venía haciendo y enfocarlos desde otra perspectiva. Esto significa ponerme más creativo, nutrir mis ideas con más ideas de amigos y enfocarme en hacer los mejores videos posibles. Y claramente eso es lo que voy a hacer. En algún lugar de la pantalla vas a encontrar videos más interesantes para seguir viendo, así que clic, 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 también suscríbete. Y acá debajo podés dejarme mejores ideas. Yo te considero mi amigo, mi amiga, así que déjame ideas, nutrir mis ideas con tus ideas. Ayúdame a llegar a los 100.000 y luego al 1.000.000. Así que suscríbete. Te ha hablado Waco y te desea buenas noches. Y suscríbete.